If you're a B2B marketer here in the UAE, you're always looking for that primetime slot, right? Well, what if I told you it's not on TV and it's not on social media? What if I told you it's hiding in plain sight on the busiest highway in the country? We're talking about a massive, untapped opportunity to get directly into the ears of senior decision makers. So let's think about this for a second. When does the workday really start? Is it when you log into your laptop, when you swipe that office key card? For some of the most influential executives in the UAE, you would actually be wrong. Their real workday, the time for focus, for learning, for actual strategic thinking, it starts way, way earlier than that. It starts right here, on the E11, Sheikh Zayed Road. That daily commute, whether you're going from Dubai to Abu Dhabi or the other way around, it's not just a drive anymore. It has become a critical, protected part of the professional's day. And what's happening inside those cars? Well, that's the key to a whole new marketing playbook. And this is what we're calling the commute economy. Think of it as this incredibly rare bubble of time where you have this sustained, undivided attention of leaders who are normally just impossible to reach. I mean, they're not scrolling through feeds, they're not in back-to-back meetings, they're a captive audience. And they are listening.
Okay, so what is it that makes this commute economy so ridiculous but valuable? Let's really dig into the scale of this thing, because it's pretty impressive.
We're talking about 90 to 120 minutes every single day. Senior professionals are spending an hour and a half to 2 hours on this route. Now, this isn't just dead time. It's a consistent, predictable block of focused time 5 days a week. It's basically a recurring appointment with your target audience that they've already scheduled for you. And here's the crucial shift that's happened. That time in the car, it used to be for music, maybe the news on the radio, but now it's become a private classroom on wheels. A growing number of professionals are actively choosing long-form business audio, things like podcasts and audiobooks, to sharpen their skills and get an edge. They're in a learning mindset. They want to consume valuable content. So why is audio the perfect medium for this moment? Well, it really boils down to 3 key things. First off, it's intimate. A consistent voice in someone's ear every morning, it starts to feel like a one-on-one conversation. It builds genuine trust. Second, there's intent. Choosing to listen to a business podcast isn't passive. It's an active commitment to self-improvement. And third, audio is just authentic. There are no fancy graphics, no visual tricks. If your ideas are weak, there is simply nowhere to hide. The opportunity is crystal clear. But here is the problem. Most brands that try to jump on this are getting it completely and utterly wrong. And it's because they just don't understand what this highly sophisticated audience actually expects. You know what I'm talking about. The most common failure is just hitting a record on a video call, exporting the audio, and throwing it online. It's unstructured, the sound quality is terrible, and it just screams, we didn't really try. But these executives, they're used to a much, much higher standard. They listen to globally produced shows with a real narrative structure, tight editing, and strong pacing. That's the bar. And this quote just nails it. For an audience that's used to premium global content, low quality isn't just a minor flaw they'll overlook. It is an immediate exit point. It's a signal that you don't respect their time, and believe me, they will switch off and they will never come back.
So what does work? First, documentary-style audio that actually tells a compelling story. The content needs to focus on people and the decisions they made, not just a list of product features. Think about how brands like GE Vernova tell these incredible human stories. You need immersive sound design, and most important of all, a clear, scripted structure that is designed from the ground up to hold attention.
All right, so we've seen the pitfalls. We've seen what doesn't work. Now let's get into the solution. Let's talk about the winning audio playbook for the UAE commute. Here's the absolute core of the strategy. Business in the Gulf is driven by relationships, by reputation, by trust. This means the most powerful content you can create isn't about your brand at all. It's about the real-world experiences of respected local leaders. People want to hear how their peers navigated the very specific challenges of this market. And when you do this, you create this incredibly powerful effect called social transfer. Basically, by providing a platform for these respected figures to share their stories, some of their credibility and authority naturally reflects back onto you, the host brand. You stop being seen as just another vendor trying to sell something, and you become a valued convener in the industry. So how do you actually make this happen? Well, here's your commute-ready checklist. It's pretty simple. First, length. Aim for 30 to 45 minutes. It's the perfect fit for the journey. Second, quality. It has to be consistent and crystal clear. This signals that you're serious. Third, the content. It's got to be hyper-localized to the UAE. That's what proves your relevance. And finally, your schedule. Be regular, be predictable. That is how you build a real listening habit.
Now, when you put all of these pieces together correctly, the payoff isn't just grabbing a bit of attention. No, it's something far more valuable and much more permanent. The ultimate goal here is to fundamentally shift your brand's position in the market. You stop being an outsider, an external advertiser who's trying to interrupt people's day. Instead, you become an integrated part of their professional world, a trusted, authoritative voice they actively choose to listen to. So this is really the question you have to ask yourself. Right now, when that senior executive gets in their car on the E11 tomorrow morning, is your brand just another piece of advertising noise that they're trying to tune out? Or are you a trusted part of their landscape, a voice they look forward to hearing on their journey? Because in the end, winning in this new commute economy, it's not about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about being the most credible, the most relevant, and the most respected voice in the car. Attention is not captured by noise, it is earned.